Forget everything you thought you knew about royal dining. Imagine a future king sitting down for dinner. You probably envision a long, mahogany table, silent servants in white gloves, and a plate of something rare and expensive that most people cannot even pronounce. But if you were to peek through the windows of Adelaide Cottage tonight, that grand image would shatter into 1,000 pieces. There are no gold spoons or crystal chandeliers here. Instead, you would find 3 young children huddled around a simple kitchen table, the air filled, not with the scent of truffles or foie gras, but with the warm, comforting aroma of homemade pizza and cheesy pasta. This is the hidden reality for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. While the world imagines them feasting on caviar, the Princess of Wales, Catherine, has frequently shared how her children actually crave the same humble meals found in any typical British household. She has often recounted with a warm smile how her kitchen becomes a whirlwind of activity, telling guests at royal engagements about the beautiful chaos of their family cooking sessions. Catherine has described how the children often scramble to be the one in charge of the stove, laughing as she remembers them debating over who gets to stir the pasta pot first. This grounded approach is no accident. It is a deliberate and heartfelt choice by William and Catherine to raise their children with a sense of normalcy despite their extraordinary titles. They believe that understanding the value of a home-cooked meal and the effort that goes into preparing it is essential for building a responsible, balanced character. By stripping away the stifling formality of traditional royal life, they are giving George, Charlotte, and Louis something far more valuable than a silver spoon: a genuine, joyful childhood. If you find this peek behind the palace gates as fascinating as we do, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more stories on royal life. We would also love to hear from you in the comments below. What was your favorite childhood comfort food? Now, as relatable as their family dinners sound, one of the children has a food preference that might truly shock you. You might expect a future monarch to have incredibly sophisticated tastes, but Prince George has developed a surprising obsession with a specific, very affordable canned food that most parents keep tucked away in the back of their pantry. Stay with us to find out exactly what this young prince is asking for at breakfast time. When you imagine the young man who will one day sit on the throne of the United Kingdom, you might expect his taste to be refined by the world's most elite chefs. But at 11 years old, Prince George's heart belongs to something far humbler than a royal banquet. In fact, his absolute favorite meal is something that would be familiar to almost every family across Britain: a simple, steaming bowl of pasta. But it is not just any pasta. George has developed a genuine obsession with spaghetti hoops, those small, orange, tinned circles of dough in tomato sauce that are a staple of many childhood kitchens. Prince William himself shared a charming insight into this during a public visit, where he spotted the familiar tins and immediately lit up with recognition. He told the volunteers that his children absolutely love them, proving that even a future king finds comfort in the most basic of pantry items. For George, there is no need for complex sauces or expensive ingredients. A bowl of cheesy pasta or those humble tinned hoops is all it takes to make him happy after a long day at school. However, it is George's breakfast routine that truly highlights his relatability as a typical growing boy. While many children might reach for a bowl of sugary cereal or a piece of toast, Catherine has revealed that George is often happy to enjoy leftovers from the night before. It is not uncommon to find him requesting a portion of cold or reheated spaghetti first thing in the morning to fuel his busy day. For any parent or grandparent who has watched a growing child develop their own unique and sometimes puzzling food habits, this story is incredibly endearing. It shows a young prince who is not demanding or spoiled, but rather a boy who knows what he likes and finds joy in the simple things. This down-to-earth attitude towards food is a testament to how he is being raised, focusing on comfort, energy, and family tradition rather than status. George's pasta-loving palate serves as a bridge between his royal life and the world he will eventually lead. But while George is perfectly content with his traditional kid-friendly favorites, his sister, Princess Charlotte, is already beginning to surprise the household with a culinary sophistication that seems far beyond her 9 years. While her brother sticks to what he knows, Charlotte is exploring flavors that would make a professional chef take notice. While Prince George is perfectly happy with his traditional pasta, his 9-year-old sister, Princess Charlotte, has a palate that is surprisingly mature for her age. Most children her age might wrinkle their noses at the sight of a briny olive, but for Charlotte, they are a favorite snack. The Princess of Wales has shared that Charlotte has been devouring bowls of olives since she was barely 5 years old, treating them with the same enthusiasm other children reserve for sweets or crackers. It is a sophisticated preference that often puzzles her peers, but it's a clear sign of her adventurous spirit when it comes to food. This boldness extends to the family's dinner table as well, especially on curry nights. Curry is a beloved staple in the United Kingdom, but it can often be too intense for young children. Catherine has admitted that she often has to balance the heat in the kitchen to keep everyone happy. She typically prepares a milder version for George and Louis, but she revealed with a laugh that Charlotte handles the spice remarkably well and actually enjoys a bit of heat in her meal. It is a wonderful example of how the princess encourages her children to explore different cultures and flavors from a young age. And then there is 6-year-old Prince Louis, who has earned the title of the family's vegetable champion. While many parents struggle to get their little ones to eat anything green, Louis is quite the opposite. He reportedly gets genuinely excited about colorful vegetables like carrots and beans. But his absolute favorite, quite famously, is beetroot. Catherine once told a legendary British baker that Louis has a real passion for the vibrant purple vegetable, especially when it is fresh. Watching a young child light up at the sight of beetroot is something many parents and grandparents would find both surprising and delightful. This vibrant mix of preferences makes every meal at Adelaide Cottage a unique experience. Catherine's strategy is one of gentle encouragement. She provides a variety of healthy options and allows the children to discover what they love. This creates a table filled with different colors and textures, where healthy eating is never a chore but a natural part of their day. But with such a diverse menu, you might be wondering, who is actually doing the cooking? You might imagine a team of professional chefs in tall white hats, but the reality involves a lot more flour, a few more sticky fingerprints, and a level of delightful kitchen chaos that involves the entire family. If you were to step into the kitchen at Adelaide Cottage on a weekend afternoon, you might want to watch your step. This is not a place of quiet, regal order. It is a whirlwind of activity that the family affectionately calls their cooking sessions. You would likely see the marble countertops disappearing under a fine dusting of white flour, looking almost like a miniature snowstorm has moved indoors. There are sticky fingerprints on the cabinet handles, and the joyful sound of children's laughter echoing off the tiles. In this house, the kitchen is the heart of the home, and the children aren't just spectators, they are the main event. George, now 11, often takes charge of the heavier tasks. You would see him with his sleeves rolled up past his elbows, attacking a ball of pizza dough with the kind of intensity he brings to his school sports. Catherine has described how George loves the process of making things from scratch, especially their favorite cheesy pasta. For him, it's about the technique, learning how to stir a sauce slowly so it doesn't break, or kneading dough until it reaches the perfect, elastic consistency. These moments teach him patience and the quiet satisfaction that comes from creating something with his own 2 hands. Meanwhile, Charlotte acts as the family's meticulous quality controller. She treats cooking like a fascinating science experiment. You would find her carefully measuring out cups of flour or counting spoons of milk with mathematical precision. For a 9-year-old, this is where math becomes real. She isn't just doing sums in a book, she is ensuring the family's dinner turns out perfectly. She is often the one in charge of the toppings, ensuring that every slice of pizza has the exact right distribution of cheese and, of course, her beloved olives. Even little Louis, at 6 years old, has his own vital station. He is the family's enthusiastic vegetable processor, standing on a stool to reach the sink so he can carefully wash the carrots or sort the beans. For the children, this hands-on involvement removes the mystery from healthy eating. They are far more likely to eat their vegetables when they've been the ones to prepare them. William and Catherine are right there in the middle of the chaos, guided by the belief that these messy afternoons are building a foundation of responsibility and teamwork. They are teaching their children that even in a palace, a meal is something you work for and share together. It is a beautiful, grounded way to grow up. But, as much as they focus on fresh, wholesome ingredients and the educational value of a flour storm, even the Princess of Wales has her secrets. You might be surprised to learn what Catherine occasionally tucks away in her shopping bag for a special treat when no one is looking. Every parent knows that no matter how many vegetables you serve, children will always have a sweet tooth. Even the Princess of Wales is no exception to this universal rule of motherhood. While she is known for her healthy lifestyle and love of organic produce, Catherine has a refreshingly normal side that came to light during a routine shopping trip. Local shoppers were absolutely delighted when they spotted a very familiar red and yellow bag tucked discreetly inside her basket. Haribo Tangfastics. These sour, fizzy gummies are a childhood favorite across the country, and seeing them in the hands of a future queen consort was a moment of pure, heartwarming relatability. On weekend evenings, the flower storm in the kitchen often leads to what George, Charlotte, and Louis consider the ultimate treat. Catherine has spoken about their family pizza nights, where the strict rules of the school week are relaxed just a little bit. Sometimes, for a special dessert, the children are even allowed to experiment with fruit and Nutella on a sweet pizza base. Prince William has shared his own fondness for these evenings, telling guests at public events that these are the highlights of the week. He has described the scene with a smile, portraying a family gathered together, trading formal dining chairs for the comfort of the sofa to enjoy a movie and a slice of something delicious. "We enjoy the treats just as much as the kids do," William once shared with a laugh during a visit to a community center. "It is all about that balance, is it not? A bit of healthy cooking followed by something sweet makes for a very happy household." This is a very specific and modern parenting philosophy. Catherine and William believe that completely banning sweets or junk food can often backfire, making those items seem forbidden and even more desirable. By including treats as part of a balanced life, they are teaching George, Charlotte, and Louis the vital art of moderation from a very young age. Catherine believes that if children understand that a few gummies or a slice of chocolate pizza is a special treat rather than a daily habit, they develop a much healthier relationship with food as they grow into adults. It removes the secrecy and the guilt that often surrounds sweets. However, many people might still wonder if these cheat days and George's love for tinned pasta are actually good for them in the long run. You might assume this mix of treats and simple carbohydrates is a nutritional concern. But when certified nutritionists took a closer look at the children's actual daily intake, they came to a conclusion that has surprised the health community. When professional nutritionists analyzed the eating habits of the three royal children, they expected to find a rigid, highly controlled diet. Instead, they discovered what expert Lucia Stansby calls a masterclass in practical nutrition. What many might see as random childhood preferences are actually perfectly aligned with what their growing bodies need. Take Prince George's famous love for pasta. Stansby explains that for an active 11-year-old boy, complex carbohydrates are not just a treat, they are essential fuel. As George nears his teenage years, his body requires sustained energy for his busy school days and athletic pursuits. The protein found in pasta, especially when combined with the cheese he loves, supports crucial muscle development during this significant growth spurt. His pasta obsession isn't just about taste, it is his body's natural instinct for the energy it needs to grow strong. Similarly, Princess Charlotte's unusual craving for olives is a nutritional goldmine. Olives are a fantastic source of healthy monounsaturated fats and omega-3 fatty acids, which are vital for brain development and focus. Stansby notes that because olives are a fermented food, they provide beneficial bacteria that support a healthy gut microbiome, something most children lack. Even Prince Louis's passion for beetroot is scientifically sound. The nitrates in the vibrant vegetable improve blood flow and oxygen levels, which is perfect for a high-energy 6-year-old who is always on the move. The most important takeaway for any parent or grandparent watching is that the royal diet has nothing to do with wealth or expensive chefs. The real secret lies in the atmosphere of the home. By allowing George, Charlotte, and Louis to get their hands messy in the kitchen, Catherine and William are building a positive psychological relationship with food. When a child helps stir the sauce or wash the vegetables, they are much more likely to try new things and develop a balanced attitude toward eating that will last a lifetime. In the end, the Wales family shows us that the most important ingredient in any meal isn't a rare delicacy or a gold-flecked dessert. It is the laughter shared over a bowl of spaghetti hoops, the patience learned while kneading dough, and the love that turns a simple kitchen table into the center of their world. They are proving that you don't need a palace to raise healthy, happy children. You just need involvement, variety, and a little bit of flour on your nose. We hope you enjoyed this look into the everyday lives of the young royals. Which of Prince George's surprising food habits impressed you the most? Is it his love for tinned pasta, or his hearty breakfast routine? We would love to hear your thoughts and your own family food stories in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.